Hey, ole, 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 feeling hot, hot, hot. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Get in there, my son. It's the Flying Pig here on Flying Pig United with another little Manchester United news transfer update video for you. The latest days, happenings and goings on. Hope you're doing well today, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Let's see what legends are in here. We've got Ellie in here. How's it going? And Langy86, Mark Nurse, Steve Kanaji, what's going on there? Susan Lively Sue, how are you doing? Obsidian, Sphinx Sue, Philip Chapman, ZX Flame, Steve, United Tactical Talk, Gungshi, Mark Nurse, Bye, Sin Games, Ashboy, Susan, Mojo, Hamza, Alex, Matthew, George, JR, Account CB, 1992, Caleb, K Cadet, What the Hoff, and everyone else as well. Thank you very much for joining us in the show today. Do us a favour at the start of this one. Smash that thumbs up button, give it a raw like, share it around on the social medias as well and all that jazz. And also, if you're new to the show, do subscribe and get yourself in there. But come on, get in. It looks like there's some positive news, some positive progression that's taken place finally with the Frenkie De Jong situation. We've been at the same sort of position for the last couple of weeks now, and it's been infuriating, guys. We worked all summer long for this guy, and we haven't really seemingly been able to progress the deal for the last couple of weeks. Now, it's still not done, folks. This saga's still not over. There's still a matter of agreeing everything with Frenkie De Jong, but it does look like Manchester United and Barcelona have finally reached a full agreement. Get in there, my son. So, crikey, it's been a long time coming, this one. We've been at a stage where there's been an agreement in principle, and they've been trying to work out things like bonuses and add-ons, and it is what we said, guys. It is exactly what we said, really. There may have been an agreement previously for an amount of money, but what it is in the end, because of the amounts of money that are owed to Frenkie De Jong by Barcelona here, the deferred payments, etc., because of this, it means that they've been playing dirty with us, really. And now what's essentially happened? We've had to up the initial amount of money we're paying. We are paying less down the line in add-ons. It's exactly what we said. We're paying more up front, less down the line to basically sweeten the deal to Barca. They've squeezed a little bit more out of us here up front, and it's because of what they owe to Frenkie. It's because of their gash financial situation, the bunch and the fact that they just completely run themselves into the ground financially. So they owe him 17 million or something preposterous. So, of course, they wanted more money from Man United up front, and even though they had reached an agreement with us a while ago, look, they could turn around and say, actually, you know what? We want more up front, and that's what the case is, guys. As reported here by Fabrizio Romano earlier on, which says that Manchester United have reached full agreement with Barcelona for Frenkie De Jong after further talks. You know, what sort of talks? Further talks, yeah. That further's the word. Further is the word on this one, guys. This is a saga of absolutely gastastic proportions. But anyway, after further talks, package worth 85 million euros. So still the same amount of money that we've discussed previously. Still the same total in regards to the initial amount and also the add-ons. Fee is guaranteed to be around 75 million euros plus add-ons. So essentially 10 million euros-ish in add-ons. That's what Fab's reporting here anyway. So, interesting. They've got an extra 10 million euros out of us up front, folks. Personal terms, though, still the issue to be resolved, as Frankie's priority is to stay at Barcelona. So that's what the latest report. We know that it's his dream club, but let's just settle the situation for the moment. Obviously, Frankie's had conversations with Manchester United, with Ten Hag in some capacity. We've gauged the situation. Anybody that thinks that he wouldn't want to come to us is just absolutely out their mind, because we wouldn't be at this stage if we didn't have at least a very good, strong understanding that that would be the case. If he's pushed out the door at Barcelona, which he seemingly is being. So they're cashing in, they're getting their money, they're doing other business as well. And so therefore, if they're going to do this other business, they've got to sell this guy to us. That's why you've seen it happen. I think the full agreement come pretty quickly after they've announced the Rafinha deal, because let's face it, where are they going to find the readies for that from? So Man United have to pay extra up front here and a little bit less down the line. It's a deal that I think everybody's pretty happy about. We just want to get this deal done. We don't care about how much of it's up front. Like I said, we always do this as a football club. Man United seem to just mortgage everything. If we can get a deal where we pay 50% up front and 20% down the line and, you know, £7.50 a week for the next 17 years, then they will do it. So it doesn't really bother me, guys. It's not our money. Pay the fucking money up front, get the guy in, and let's start this bloody pre-season with Frenkie. So that's where I'm at with it, guys. But it does look like it's progressing. Of course, it does depend on Frankie's situation. The personal terms have to be agreed, of course, between us and the player. And at the moment, the understanding is he wants to stay at Barca. But that's only if they can afford to keep him, which by all accounts they can't. That's why they've already reached a full agreement with Manchester United now. It's because they're prepared to sell him to us. Which means for Frenkie, well, unfortunately for him, unless he really wants to play dirty, and it's not even really playing dirty, but if he says that he's staying, that's it, he's not going anywhere. Barca don't want that situation at all because they do owe him a lot of money. He's on huge money, 350k a week, or some reports astronomically higher than that, depending on which reports you read. So this guy's on huge money every single week at Barcelona. He's a bit of a drain on the resources for them. They don't want him around. They still owe him, if he stays at Barcelona, they still owe him the 17 million in deferred wages, yet they still have to pay him hundreds of thousands of pounds a week as well. And he might not even play because of the situation. So, yeah, I mean, I'm not concerned about Frankie's desire to play for Man United. Barca are making the decision. Barca are accepting the amount of money. They're the ones doing the transfer. And so, therefore, in regards to Frenkie, he's got no choice, really. I mean, he could stay and it would be a bit of a sour situation, or he could come and play for Ten Hag at Manchester United and it would be, you know, a positive change at least. It may maybe not be, you know, Champions League standard football team right now, but we're on the right track, hopefully, with Ten Hag here. And he could be a big part of that midfield, of course. He'd have a huge role to play. He knows Ten Hag. He knows the sort of style we're probably going to be playing. And so, yeah, I think it's just a good fit for everybody right now. The amount of money that it takes to get this guy is a lot. 75 million euros up front, guys, and then 10 million euros in add-ons. But it's nothing more than what we previously agreed, 85 million euros. Guys, smash a 1 in the live chat if you're happy with that, with Man United paying that amount of money for Frenkie De Jong. Smash a 2 if you think we've been bent over. Let us know what you think. But in the grand scheme of things, when you look at who's available, what other clubs are doing business for which players and what they're going for, i.e. the Richarlisons of this world, the Rafinhas of this world, these sorts of players. If you want a top-tier player in their prime, 25 years of age, who's a Champions League caliber player, and we're not a Champions League caliber side at the moment, remember, unfortunately, we could be almost pretty quickly, but you know, right now we are some way off. So Frenkie De Jong is in the caliber of the top tier midfielders in the world, right? That means he's got to come with a certain premium. So you actually think about what we've paid compared to some of the other deals that have been going on, i.e. 100 million euros for that fucking Uruguayan Andy Carroll from Liverpool's, spunking 100 mil on that guy. He looked like he couldn't be asked, guys, when he came on the pitch. 100 million euros for Darwin. He shut the bed, mate, already. But no, okay, look, it's only early doors. I'm sure he'll be fine. But it wasn't exactly overly impressive when he came on, was he, folks? In that one, you can definitely overplay for players, right? So, you know, we haven't done badly with this deal unless Frenkie turns out to be a complete flop. But I don't see that happening. Ten Hag will build a team around this guy, and he's only 25, so yeah, we've got lots and lots of years of his prime ahead of us. It's a fantastic bit of business, guys. It's not, it's about the right amount of money to pay, in all fairness, so I think it's spot on. Yep, lots of people getting in here with their 1s in the live chat, few 2s, Buys thinks we pay too much, so does Triple B. Berber says, 1, the Glazers will only pocket it, rather see it on the pitch. I couldn't agree more. It's not our money, is it? All it stops is just the Glazer shithouses getting their hands on it. You're spot on, and really, it doesn't even matter to me how much we're paying for players right now, really, as long as we get them in. Sometimes that's what it's about. I was just taking a piss out of Liverpool for paying that money for Darwin Núñez, but you know what, in all fairness, what they've done is, right at the start of the window, they've got their man right away, and they have overpaid. They know they've overpaid. They've paid a premium to get their man early. It might turn out to be a gash Andy Carroll, but you know, they still got their man early. I don't really think that's a bad thing. I think that's good ambition. Man United could look to do a little bit of that themselves, really. So it's not about the money for me. Get these deals done, get them all signed up, get these players in, and let's start progressing as a football club, because we're miles behind. We might have beat Liverpool 4-0 the other day at a friendly, but crikey, we still have a bit of a threadbare squad, and that midfield is gash. Okay, on its day, like when Fred's performing well, McTominay's performing well, these guys are doing well, which isn't that often in my opinion. The consistency is the big issue here, really. Certainly with McTominay. Fred's more consistent, obviously, but you need to get top quality players in there who can do the job for us against the top teams, and those guys can't do it, I don't think, not regularly. Okay, yeah, that's right. VK Dean says Núñez equals Timo Lukaku. Maguire won't be happy, says Scott Berg. No, well, that's it. He's got a left-sided centre-back coming in potentially. We'll get onto the Martinez stuff very, very soon indeed. Oh, nice one, Sin Games. He says we've got 80 likes on the stream. Thank you very much for hitting that thumbs up, everybody. Please do smash that like if you haven't done. Help us get to 100. Let's be having you soon. Thank you for everyone who smashed the thumbs up. It's free. Please give it a cheeky little like spike. Also, subscribe if you're new and get yourself involved in the chat here with the legends. So, Frenkie De Jong progressing nicely. What is left to be done on this deal then? So there is a full agreement in place now, come on, between Barca and Man United, which means that as long as we can agree everything with Frenkie De Jong now, then really there's nothing to halt this deal too much. I mean, there's still plenty of time left in this deal because of the saga that is still left between Barcelona and Frenkie, i.e. they owe him a lot of money, and so they're going to have certain discussions and make certain decisions about this. They're going to want to try and pay as little of that as possible, but it does seem like that's what this extra money up front from Man United is all about. We are helping them to pay the Frenkie De Jong deferred wages that settle up the score, basically, is what they've got to do here. So, yeah, that's what it's all about. We've paid them an extra 10 mil, which is conveniently about half of that amount. So there you go. I think it tells a story, really. We've helped them out in order to pay what they owed to Frenkie De Jong. I mean, they are a proper gash club, aren't they, when you think about how they run? And also, it shouldn't really be allowed, the fact that they're signing players or spending money on players like Rafinha when they can't even pay their players' wages. Surely that should be something that maybe is brought up in, I don't know, the European courts or something. I don't know. I'm just saying, like, it does seem a little bit strange to me that they're allowed to go and operate that way. Hey, First Class Gamer, thank you so much, you bloody legend. What a long time, Don. 2 years a member, but much longer than that in our hearts. Hey, First Class Gamer, you absolute hero. How you doing, guys? Can we get a hashtag 23 in the live chat there for First Class Gamer, bro? Thank you so much, First Class Gamer. He says, congrats to you, Pig, on reaching 60k subs. Mate, thank you so much, First Class Gamer. You're an absolute legend. Thank you for all the mad support from yourself over the years, dude. And just being a general legend. I hope you're keeping well. And thank you so much for getting in here. Let me know what you think of Arsene Holland's gash chances this year, my friend. Let me know. Thank you, First Class. Yes, get some love hearts in there for First Class Gamer. Thank you so much, bud. Legend, an absolute legend precedes us. So, guys, yeah, Frenkie De Jong, it's about the agreement now with the player. Some people think that he doesn't really want to come, but he's being pushed. And so, therefore, he's got to go and join somebody. And what better place than Ten Hag? And this is what it's about here. Look, Miguel Delaney reporting that Frenkie De Jong has told Eric Ten Hag he is willing to go to Manchester United, but the matter of sorting his deferred wages is a fair point of principle to the midfielder. So we know that they owe him lots of money. He wants to get this money first. He doesn't want to just give up this money. He is owed that. He essentially took a deferment in his wages. So they're paying a significant amount less for a short time to help them out during their financial difficulties and through the coronavirus pandemic and all that jazz. So that's where this has come from. It's just really about he wants to get what he's owed, and he deserves what he's owed from them. I mean, it's not his fault they paid him a shitload, maybe too much money. I mean, he is on a huge amount of money, this guy. Huge amount of money. Bell says, telling you weeks ago, Barca can't even register the 2 free players. Yeah, that's right, Bell 601. First Class Gamer says, Arsenal will be like an ex-girlfriend. I think about 15 years ago, how sexy and good looking they were. Now all saggy. Fair play to you, my son. Matt Gwynner, thank you so much for the £5 super chat. He says, you're in my pocket, Piggy. Literally. Getting dodgy looks from the family and neighbours from the voice coming out my pocket. Great work, thanks. Hey, shout out to Matt Gwynner and the family. Hope you're enjoying this sweltering weather. Thank you so much there, Matt Gwynner, you legend. Guys, can we get a sue in the chat for Matt? Thank you very much. Hey, Dante's in here as well. What's going on? Says, can't stay in work. Can't even have the volume on. Oh, but Martinez, Malacia, Frenkie De Jong and Eriksen is good, solid window. Also, Pogba, Matic, Mata, Lingard, Pereira, Hendo, at least one of our left-backs gone. Yeah, I suppose that's not too bad, is it? Tell Dan that I replied to him and tell him have a nice day. But anyway, yeah, so it's about the amount of money that is owed to Frenkie De Jong here. They do owe him a significant amount. He wants to get what he's owed. And Manchester United have seemingly helped out Barcelona to pay this. That's what the initial extra money up front is all about here, folks. So they squeezed a little bit of extra blood out of the Glazers' stone. That sounded a bit wrong, didn't it? But anyway, they've squeezed a bit of blood out of the Glazers' stone there, and they've got an extra 10 million euros up front. Now, they're still paying the same amount of money overall. It's just that the initial amount is different. In fact, we have some other reports to say it's slightly different than what Fab's reporting. But look, we always we like to listen to Fab because he's very rarely wrong. And this is to be fair, this is a quote from Gerard Romero via Reshad Rahman anyway, which just says that the final offer from Manchester United was 70 million euros fixed, plus 17 million euros in bonuses. So it's actually, isn't that what is owed to Frenkie De Jong from Barca? But that's one report anyway from Gerard Romero, who was one of the first guys to obviously break this Frenkie De Jong story that United were dealing with Barca on this guy. So, there could be a bit of discrepancy in the amount of money, but Fab reporting 85 overall. This guy reporting 87 million euros overall. Fab reporting 75 up front, 10 down the line in add-ons, and this guy reporting 70 up front, 17 down the line. So there is still a little bit of a discrepancy as to what the agreement is, but it does look like the agreement's in place for somewhere in the region of 85 million euros. Get in there, my son. Oh, hang on, what's this that's coming through here? Matty Rushmano sending me some stuff. Oh, brilliant. Brilliant. We'll get onto this in a moment. Thank you so much, bud. Absolutely fantastic. Okay, excellent. I'll cover that in a moment once we've finished with the Frenkie De Jong stuff, because, this is obviously the biggest news of the day, really. Frenkie De Jong to United is looking more likely now. It's progressing. We've just got to reach an agreement with the player and agree personal terms. The terms are quite high. He's on big wages at Barcelona. Let me ask the live chat. So in pounds sterling per week, how much do you think it's worth that Manchester United pay to this guy? So I've heard he's on 350,000 a week, guys. And then with certain other bonuses and performance add-ons and things like that, some reports say up to 500,000 euros that he actually receives. Crazy money, really. Crazy money. But what do you guys think? So in my opinion, look at the quality of the player, the caliber of the player. Look at who we're replacing. Somebody like, Pogba's gone out and he was on 300 grand a week, right? And this guy's like a big name player to hopefully be the player that we were hoping Pogba would be. Obviously, they're not the same players, but just in regards to the stature that they can have in the midfield. 250 says Obsidian, 250, yep, 250 says Ghost, 300k says Sonny Igbins, he's on 350k euros at Barca says VK Dean, 450 per week basic says Scott, 250 says Hoff, 250 says VK Dean, 200 to 250 says Palmares, Andre Johansson says 350, so everyone more or less in between sort of 250, maybe max 350, I'm with you somewhere in the 250 region, guys, yeah, I'm looking around the squad, and I think he's definitely worth that sort of money to us. Is it going to be less money than what he's receiving at Barcelona, though? This is it. It has to be somewhere in keeping with that. Of course it does. So Man United are going to have to work that one out with Frenkie. And it doesn't seem like Barcelona have any real true desire to keep hold of him. They may say that they do. Their president might come out of the media and say that they don't want Frenkie to go anywhere. And Xavi might say it. But they wouldn't be reaching full agreements with Man United for a reasonable amount of money then if they really want to keep on with this guy. We know that their finances are gash right up, and they've also been trying to sign players and they can't even register them yet. They need to sort their finances out and make some different, balance the books with sending some players. Frenkie De Jong is one of these guys that is a big, expensive player that costs them a lot of money per week in wages, and also that is an asset that can generate the likes of 85 million euros for the club. So it just makes sense for everybody. It fits everyone. We're looking for somebody to run that midfield. Ten Hag needs a cog. He needs a cog in midfield, like a big, shiny, dependable cog that's not going to break and is consistent. Just to run, tick things over in that midfield like a metronome. That's what we're hoping for when we get a player like Frenkie De Jong. Somebody who's going to control the game very well with his passing ability, but also get us going, creating, playmaking. This is what we're expecting to see from Frenkie De Jong. And if we can get a player like that, I would feel much more confident that the midfield's got a little bit more about it to be able to do the task this season, which is to be able to compete with the top teams. If we want to be able to outpossess teams like fucking shitty Brighton and not get done 4-0, then we need players who are capable of keeping hold of the ball when they're comfortable in the possession game, right? Which we don't have right now. Fred and McTominay, these guys, they're too erratic. Okay, they were better against Liverpool. It's a friendly preseason. I'm not taking that into too much consideration because I've seen them over the past couple of years and I know what they're capable of. Fred's a good player. He's a good squad player, don't get me wrong. McTominay, I personally think he's bang bloody average and we should probably look to get rid of him. But hey, all I'm saying is an upgrade is an upgrade. And if we get Frenkie De Jong in for the right price, which this seemingly is the right price, to run the midfield, then that's a big step up in my opinion because he is actually a baller and he has got great comfort on the ball and great playmaking ability and great creativity and all those sorts of things that we're desperate for and that Ten Hag's desperate for because he needs that cog in midfield to run the show. Yes, I said COG, first class gamer. Just to clarify, COG. Right, so yeah. 20 minutes into the video, bunch of legends in there already, 290. Get in there, my son. Welcome aboard the Bacon Express, guys. Choo-choo! Please do hit that thumbs up button if you're just joining and you're just getting in here, and also hit the subscribe and have your say in the chat. It's a fully interactive show, this one, folks, so we do get in and out the chat, read a bunch of comments here and there. But we also do have a big Q&A at the end of the video, so make sure you stick around for that. Langy86 says, Piggy Brother, who would you want United to get between Anthony and Ziyech if you had to choose one? You personally would love to see Ziyech play under Ten Hag. Hey, fair play to you. Anthony. I would prefer Anthony, mate. We don't need no rival scummer vibes. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, just to be fair, we do need to get somebody in that position. It's not my position that I think is the most paramount to improve because the midfield and the defence is the big problem areas for us. The actual winger areas, although, yeah, it would be lovely to bring in Anthony, and especially if Ronaldo goes, we have to have a look at bringing in forward players. But as I've said many times, I personally don't think that is the most important position to strengthen right now. On the left side, at the very least, you've got players like Elanga, Rashford, Martial can play there, of course, Garnacho, even, you know, on the right side, we've got players like Sancho, Ahmad, Pellistri, and of course, Rashford and these sorts of people could play there as well. So I'm not overly concerned about the winger areas right now. I'd rather get that midfield sorted right out. I'd rather we spent our budget on, say, Tielemans. I'd rather we got De Jong and Tielemans, and then the midfield's just class. That's what I would rather do. And then, of course, the Sandro Martinez coming in as well helps us out in the defensive departments as well. He could also be played in that midfield. We don't know exactly what Ten Hag's role is for him. He's not the tallest, strongest centre-back, but he's a great passer, left-footed centre-back, versatile. He's a great, great player. Let's get on to him then, folks. So Frenkie De Jong's progressing nicely. It could still take a bit of time, though, because there has to be an agreement reached in terms of these deferred payments, etc., that Barcelona are going to give to Frenkie De Jong and to settle up, essentially. And Man United have given them quite a lot of money extra up front in order to help with this, I believe. That's the scenario, I think. I think it's literally we've had to pay a good proportion of what they owe to him just to get this deal pushed along. So I think we've done all we can on this one. In actuality, we've complained and we've been very sad about Manchester United not being able to do this deal more quickly this summer. But let's just be honest. It's actually Barcelona who are the shithouses here, who are the ones who have seriously held up this deal. Man United have probably done just about as much as we could without getting completely bent over for this guy. So in terms of the recruitment team, yeah, they've been slow this summer, but for this particular deal, it's all on these Barca tosspots holding things up, really, with these deferred payments they owe him and just squeezing extra money out of us and all the rest of it. So, look, once this saga's done, I think it'll be worth it, guys. We just got to still be a little bit patient because there may still be a little bit of time that it takes to get this deal all agreed and done. So, but I think that we're actually doing about as much as we can on the Frenkie De Jong situation at the moment. Hey, Roddy Can't Game, what's going on, mate? How you getting on, sir? Thank you so much for the super chat, you legend. He says, just got home and going to bed. Roddy Can't Game. Bloody hell, it must be like 7 a.m. there. Roddy, I hope you had a great night, bud. Oh, yeah, sorry, you working nights, or you've been out on the piss. I don't know. Roddy, either way, thank you so much. Enjoy your day, man. Thank you very much for getting in here. Hey, we got a new member of the channel. Let's get a sue in there for Ruddy, everyone. And also, United Till I Die, thank you so much for becoming a member, dude. Get in there, my son. Everybody, welcome United Till I Die to the live chat, to the membership, the Bacon Brigade. By getting your favourite channel member emoji in there. Thank you, United Till I Die. I love that, man. Thank you very, very much. Everybody, yeah, thank you, Ellie. Thank you, Lange. Thank you, Sing Games, for getting those emojis in there for these legends. Thank you so much, guys. Legend, mate, thanks for supporting the channel. Are we going all out for Anthony after this great week? Maybe, Agrippa. We'll see. Like I said, it's not merely my priority area. Thank you for subscribing there, Dazzy Gaming and Green Arrow Tom as well. Really appreciate you guys hitting the subscribe button. Right, so let's get on to Lisandro Martinez then, guys. We've covered Frenkie. We'll get back onto Frenkie in a little bit. But we know that Lisandro Martinez is looking very, very good, my friends. Man United and Ajax are understood to be meeting today to put the final touches together on Lisandro Martinez's move. And if it all goes to plan, this guy could meet up with us sometime this weekend after the weekend, pretty close to being a Manchester United player. Lisandro Martinez is also advancing very, very quickly and is now looking like a strong reality that he will be a United player in the next coming days. Get in there, my son! Come on! Finally, things are coming together. I love it when a plan comes together. No. But in all fairness, it's not happened yet, and we still could take a long time on Frenkie and also this guy. This guy's going to get done pretty quick. Then hopefully we still got another target that we're going after that we can then move on to. It's been too slow this window, but if they get in right at the start of the tour now and they've only missed 1 or 2 games, I can live with it. It's piss poor preparation, but I can live with it. So it's looking very, very good. Here's the update from Fab this just a little while ago that said Lisandro Martinez not training with Ajax today, as per Mike Verwey. Manchester United are prepared to complete the signing very soon. Work in progress on the final details. It's a matter of time. Then Man United are convinced that Lisandro will join the club. Yeah. So this guy's not an issue. He's already agreed his personal terms with Manchester United, as per Fab reported yesterday. So we know that that's not an issue with this guy. We've got to agree that with Frenkie, but this is not an issue with this guy at all. All it is a case of agreeing that those finalizations of the deal with Ajax, i.e. add-ons, any sort of little clauses, stipulations, etc., that they may want to iron out and getting this deal done. But really, we're nearly there with this one, folks. It's very, very much full steam ahead with him, and it's imminent, as reported by Fab late last night, 2:10 a.m. All parties involved in the Lisandro Martinez deal are convinced it's just a matter of hours and final details to complete the agreement between Manchester United and Ajax. Feeling is Man United is that meeting in Amsterdam was the key step. Deal is at the final stage. So the saga, just to lay it out for you guys for this one, was Martinez to United always looked likely because of Ten Hag. Arsenal was stiffing around. In the end, we're going to be paying big, big money for this guy. We talked about value for money. I think he will just about be the limit of what we should have paid for this guy. But it's still a lot of money to be paying for this guy. Probably around about £47 million, £46 million all told. So that is a significant amount to pay for this lad. But 24 years of age, Argentina international, ball-playing centre-back, versatile DM, great pass for the football, left-footed centre-back, Ten Hag relationship, 3 years development under Ten Hag. There's a lot of plus points for this guy. There's a load of plus points for this guy, and so therefore, I could just about be okay with the money. And like Berber said earlier on as well, it's not my money, it's not our money, stop the Glazers having it. You know what I mean? Put it where it should be. Invest the money on the pitch. So I'm not too bothered about how much we're necessarily paying for players right now. I just think we've got to get our men, and Ten Hag needs to get his guys in. So do you know what would just be the best thing ever as well? So we look at how we played the other day against Liverpool. It did seem different. There was pressing going on all over. There was a lot of intent, attacking intent, incisive passing. It was just already, I know it's only one game and it's a friendly, but it looked a lot better. Let's hope that we're going towards that with the Ten Hag way. And if we can get someone like Lisandro Martinez in there, people say he's too short to play centre-back. Fucking get that human tree Slabby Maguire out, my son. This guy's 6'4", but he's shite. Height's not everything, is it? Okay, I do think that you do need height to be a centre-back, in all fairness, for those set-piece incidences and stuff, you know. But if your jumping's great, if your physicality's great for a smaller guy, I can see there's been some great... Guys, who's the best tiny centre-backs in history? Let me know. Baresi, Franco Baresi was like 5'9". Bobby Moore was like 5'10". These guys are not massive. Okay, the game's changed a little bit. I get that. The game has changed a little bit. But still, though, I'm just saying, he could play centre-back for us. He might well be coming in to play the defensive midfield role and control things alongside Frenkie De Jong. That and behind him and just trying to free those players up. Because Frenkie could play a couple of different things for us, a couple of different roles. He could play, I guess, the deep line playmaker because he's got that great pass ability. We've never been able to replace Carrick. Let's get somebody like that in there. Carrick-esque, maybe role type player, but he can also of course play more advanced. If Lisandro is going to play that role for us, that just means that Frankie's got less defensive duties, which is great because okay, he's good at defend. I think he's fine at defend. He gets stuck in and he's trying to win the ball back and stuff, but it's not his necessarily a strong point. He's not a midfield destroyer. He's a creator. He's a guardian of the football. He's a shepherd of the ball. That is what he is, really. But he's not a destroyer. So if you had somebody who can win the ball back and then get us going, and then Frenkie's in a more creative, advanced position because of it, and we're able to create a lot more attacking chances, brilliant. So there's a couple of different ways that we can go about it in order to get this team firing with Frenkie De Jong in the middle. But where do you think, guys, where do you think that we'll see Lisandro Martinez be coming into play? Centre-back or centre-mid? Let us know. Sorry, DM. Let's say DM. Centre-back or DM? Where do you think this Lisandro Martinez guy's coming in? But what I was saying is, I'll feel so much better going into the season if we've got Slabby Maguire benched. He's not the captain because he's benched. So we got somebody else in. We got Martinez and we've got Varane playing as the centre-backs when they're available. And of course, Varane is not the most reliable, but when they're available, then you've got players like Eric Bailly who could be coming in to deputise and play in a lot of these games as well, as long as he stays fit. Maybe he's never going to be the sort of guy that's going to start week to week for you because he's just a bit injury prone and a bit rash sometimes. So, yeah. Maybe you'll see the partnership cement itself of Martinez and Varane. Varane's a classy player. He does better with a classy player next to him. I think he looked the best centre-back for us last season. He was definitely stitched up quite a lot by some of the wing-back performances and also the likes of Slabby Maguire, etc. next to him a lot of the time. I always thought he held his own pretty well, though, in a very much struggling side with a gash midfield which didn't protect the back line at all and a gash set of players around him. If you had somebody who's really, really good on the ball and doesn't make a lot of mistakes, Lisandro Martinez next to him, you would think it would be pretty good for us, guys. You think it'd be pretty good for us. So get in there. Hope to see. Let's get a hashtag Slabby out in the live chat. Just a matter of time before we see this guy hopefully dropped. Maybe Lisandro's coming in to play DM, though. Let's see what the live chat said. Tonk Nash thinks he's coming to play CDM. Westy says centre-back or DM. Centre-back and De Jong on 6, says Langy86. DM says Scott Berg. Centre-back 100% says SZ. DM says Agrippa and the Hoff. DM says Blackrock Rugby. Centre-back says Alex Flames. Yep. Javier Mascherano says Tonk Nash. Great shout, like it. Centre-back says Days Gone. Centre-back says Hamza Patel. De Jong and Martinez midfield. Yeah, sounds very nice, Peg. Sounds very comfortable on the ball. I mean, you've probably done it as well, guys. There's lots of footage going around. In fact, there was a video that went viral just yesterday in regards to Lisandro Martinez's passing. Somebody made a compilation of all of his passing. And this guy can certainly pass the football, guys, for a centre-back. This guy's going to play make from deep. That's what we're looking at from getting a player like that. He can also play DM. He can play left-back, says Philip Chapman. There you go, my son. Versatility. You think he's coming to play balls, says Bell691, so you think he'll be in the DM position maybe? Yeah, maybe so, and then De Jong could maybe be freed up a little bit more. Got him put him where he's best at, says United Till I Die. Harry and Varane with Martinez protecting, says Scott Berg. Oh, Harry and Varane! Oh, that's horrible. No, in all fairness, I just do think that Ten Hag will feature Maguire this season. I don't see why he would still have the captain on him if that wasn't the case. So I do think he's likely to feature him, but he might not feature him as much as you would think. Maybe you will see Martinez playing centre-back certain games. My opinion is when you're playing against teams who have... Maybe you're the team who is supposed to have all of the ball, and you're the team who's supposed to be taking the game to the opposition. Let's say, I don't know, we're playing a team like... Just trying to think of a really good, like a good counter-attacking team who move the ball quickly and can hurt you, but a shit team still. I don't know, like Crystal Palace or something, right? Who've got a lot of pace up front and can move the ball quickly on the counter, but essentially they're shite and they're not expected to have a lot of the ball when you're Ten Hag's United going up against them. What you need to be able to do is control large portions of the game with the possession, create lots of chances, and then be ready when they do get the ball back and you do lose it and they do break and they do look to get that ball wide or get it in behind or over the top. What you need is players who can react to that and be able to do the business. Harry Maguire does not strike me as that sort of player. But if you are playing a different team who are maybe the team that is a really strong team, who are coming at you and you're going to be deeper in your own half and you're also expected to be on the the back foot for a lot of the game. Maybe Harry Maguire would be okay for that because he's a big fucking slab of a man, and just his size and everything is decent at the back there for clearing the ball away and things like that. So we talked about it as a low block defender. Maybe Harry Maguire's actually decent, but for a team that maybe will be playing a bit more higher up, I don't think he's got the credentials for what Ten Hag's looking for. So it's horses for courses. Maybe some games he will play DM Martinez and he'll play Maguire at centre back, and then other games Harry Maguire just won't be right for what we're trying to do. So yeah, that's right, Techno Junkie. I agree. Maguire's weak physically and mentally. Westy says Maguire should be sold if he can't prove to be better this year. Definitely. A lot of the players are given another chance here. Pig, I see this as Ten Hag's indirect warning to him. Yeah, that's right, Keshav Chandongson. Great shout. A lot of these guys need to be able to step up, perform. You're going to see it's a new page that's been turned over. It's a new chapter in the book. Ten Hag has come in. It's the Ten Hag era. He will give players chances. He's probably made his mind up about sort of maybe one or two of the players he thinks that maybe he cannot develop into the sort of players he wants. However, he's going to give everyone a chance, even people like Harry Maguire. So, yeah, the standard is, hey, Harry, if you keep fucking up, you're out the team. It shouldn't be, hey, Harry, you're fucking up every single week. You still got the armband, and you still start in the next game. It shouldn't be that. No, that's how your standards slip and mediocrity sets in, and you don't get that winner's mentality. No, you've got to be rewarding good performances. So if he does come in and play really well, fair enough, let's give this guy a chance if he actually does. I don't like him, I don't want him in the team, but I'm saying, look, Ten Hag gives him a chance, he does well. Fair play, right? But he most likely won't. But at the same token, you've got to be able to say, hey, if you're not performing, you're dropped, son. That's it, you're out. Somebody else is coming in who will set the standard. That's where we went wrong under Ollie and Ragnick also. Don F, thank you for the super chat, Don. He comments and says, Pig, under Erik Ten Hag, is the team better off without CR7? No, I don't think so, mate, to be honest. I mean, that's kind of like saying, is Miss World better off without a great set of boobs? I personally don't think it's a bit of a silly comment, mate. No, I'm just kidding, right? Okay, so obviously Cristiano Ronaldo is maybe an individualist type player where let's face it, he is focused maybe on capping things off, but that's a striker for you guys. That's a goal scorer for you. If you look at all the best goal scorers in the world, in all throughout history, generally, they have a selfish streak. They have a selfish streak. If they're one-on-one with a keeper and a player's next to him, they might square it or they might just bottom corner it. You know what I mean? That's the mentality of a striker. And he's going to be a goal scorer. That's all we needed to do, guys, is score goals. If the team's playing great with him behind him, then he will score a lot of goals. If we can get the ball to him in the dangerous positions, he's got the quality and the ability to smash the ball in regularly for us. So, in my opinion, it's not a case of, we would be better without him, because we just need to get playing better with him. That's the key, really. Like, we can play with him. I don't agree. I don't personally buy into this whole, we're a better team without Ronaldo. It's crazy. I mean, the guy's such a great player. It's just that we have to have, if I look at where the vulnerabilities were and the problems were last season, the midfield is the biggest thing, because that hurt us defensively, didn't help us out defensively, but it also meant that we really struggled to get anything going, to get it to the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo, to get him on the ball. Half the games he's starved of any sort of service whatsoever. Man, it's just not good enough. But if we'd had actually got him the service throughout the season that we'd managed to in half of the games, crikey, he would have got maybe double the goals that he did, because he still managed to score 18 in the league, which is ridiculous, considering how bad Man United were. So, no, I personally think we're a better side with Ronaldo in it. Yeah, Martial looked great, but look, I'll say it and I'll say it again. Martial needs to prove to me and Eric and everybody that he can do it on a regular basis. In a friendly, one game, fine. Turn up and be an absolute worldie. You got to do it regularly. Can you do it on a cold and wet, windy night in Stoke City, apart from they're not in the Premier League anymore? But that's the mentality. You've got to do it all the time and be consistent. And if you can't do it all the time, which nobody can, you've got to do it to a consistent enough standard. So Martial, to me, is still a big question mark as to whether or not he can really have a great season. I think he looked great the other day, by the way. Looked amazing. Best we've seen him for a long time. Had that intent, that hunger, that pressing desire, etc. Loved it. However, let's do it again next week then, Tony. Let's do it again next week. That's all I ask. So we'll see, won't we? But definitely Ronaldo's the Don. Let's ask the live chat, though. Do you think that we're better with or without Cristiano Ronaldo? Let's ask the live chat. Are we better off with Ronaldo or without Ronaldo? Let's ask the chat. Let's throw that one back to you guys. Thank you, Techno Junkie. He says, hit the likes. Yes, if you're just joining the stream, please do smash that like on this video. Smash the thumbs up. Help us boost up there on the YouTube algorithm. Helps us compete with the clickbait wankers and the corporation channels. And make sure you do hit that thumbs up and show support for this channel. And subscribe if you're new to the show. Sell Maguire to the MLS so he can play with Lingard. Please, Wayne Rooney. Please bring him. Answer is both, says Matt. Without, says Naz. De Jong, in or out? Looks like he's in at the moment, United forever, but we'll have to wait and see. There's still twists and turns in this saga yet. With CR7, says Johnny. With, says Jamie Wayne. Better with, but I don't trust him anymore, says Maradonaldinho. Maybe, or maybe this is just the masterful genius of Cristiano Ronaldo putting pressure on United to actually sign some bloody players. With, says Mark Nurse. With, says Malcolm Powell. Hey there, Duberman. What's going on? Got COVID and can't sleep. I'm sorry to hear that, Duberman. Can we get some love hearts in there for Duberman? Get well soon, my man. Get well soon, bud. Kingsley at Gogbay says without. I know it's controversial, though, says Obsidian. We don't have a striker, so with, says Bell691. Great point. Great point. If we don't have Cristiano this season, who will we play? And it's going to be Tony up front. And we've seen what that does at United. He's not bad, but he's not an out-and-out natural number 9. He was very good the other day. I mean, you saw the players swapping positions and stuff. Yeah, Dutch Cry says with, stupid question. Bubba says Ronaldo the GOAT, always weaker without him. That's how I feel as well. It's about getting the team firing with Cristiano Ronaldo. That's the idea. Why would you want to shackle yourself and settle for second best? You know, you've got Lewis Hamilton. That's who you've got driving. Do you want to go swap him for, I don't know, tell me a shit driver, guys. I don't find Formula 1 these days. You want to go swap him for, you know, Ralph Schumacher? I don't know. After I had to go back a little bit, and he wasn't even bad. It's just because he was in his brother's shadow all the time. You know why I said him. But anyway, so all I'm saying is, you know, we need to get the top tier players. We've got the best around in Cristiano Ronaldo. Let's get this team firing with this man in. But anyway, Lisandro Martinez. So all parties involved with Lisandro Martinez deal are convinced it's just a matter of hours and final details to be completed. Also, this was yesterday. Fab said Lisandro Martinez to Man United. It's imminent. Board mission in Amsterdam revealed yesterday is described as positive and successful. Long meeting with Ajax, agreement closed for more than 50 million euros. Final talks tomorrow. Man United hope to seal the deal within 24 to 48 hours. And Mike Verwey reporting that Ajax are already not letting Lisandro Martinez train. He's not trained today because look, they're trying to get 55 million euros for this guy. So that's what the amount of money is to be expected that we could agree with them. £47 million, £46 million, somewhere in that region for this man. Guys, in the live chat in pounds, so actually let's do it in euros because they're all talking in euros. 55 million euros is what is reported as the amount. How much do you think we should have paid for this guy? What's annoyed me slightly is I think we have been pushed up in the price a bit because of Arsenal Hollands. Arsenal did a lot of the negotiations early doors, therefore pushing the price up. Of course, Ajax had a figure in their head, but they've ended up getting more than they would have done if there wasn't a couple of clubs that were interested in him. So we have got into I wouldn't say a bidding war because we sort of let Arsenal do their thing. We saw them get their offers rejected, and now United have come in because of this Ten Hag link, and we know we're going to get him. But I would suggest that without Arsenal, we could have probably gotten for 45 million euros. But right now, because of what's happened with Arsenal Holland's interest and them already having proper bids, it just means that United have had to pay a little bit more money for him. So I think we've paid a little bit too much for him. But again, as I said, I'm not bothered. I think it's important we just get our guy. And if Ten Hag wants to get this guy in and he has that history with him, it's only bodes well for Man United this season. Not worth more than 25, says Dan David. That's harsh, Dan. I mean, he's an international for Argentina. He's a left-footed centre-back. Those players are not easy to come by. He can also play a multitude of different positions. Very, very astute at DM. Great passer of the football. I kind of have to disagree with you, mate. He's worth a lot more than that. I think Fung Sayer's more accurate. About 40 million would have been about right. So we have paid a little bit more, but I'm not that bothered. It's not my money, is it? Gangshi, thank you so much. He says we've hit 200 likes. Baby, we did it. Break out the red panties. It's red panty night. The live chat's got us 200 likes. Everyone, thank you so much, everyone, for hitting the thumbs up button. That's amazing. Sue, let's get a hashtag Sue100 in there because we just hit 200 likes. Thank you, everyone, for dropping a like. That helps us out. Appreciate it. And subscribe if you're new and get in the chat. Q&A at the end as well. We've got plenty to get into here still, though, folks. So let me get through the news. 386 legends in here. Shout out to you all. And Rushy's sending me updates throughout the show that suggest that Man United will meet with Ajax again today. Just to put in the final touches on Lisandro Martinez's move. So this could be done, you know, hopefully hopefully by Monday, Tuesday, could be even the weekend. We could see a crazy triple announcement from Man United today, tomorrow, something like that. That's what I'm hoping for. Man United complete the Eriksen deal. Man United complete the Sandro Martinez move. Man United agreed deal with Frenkie De Jong. That could all happen in the space of a very short amount of time. Technically, it probably won't. I expect De Jong to drag on just a little bit more. But yeah, in regards to Martinez, this is going to be a quick deal. This could be done within 72 hours, no problems. In fact, Fab reporting that it could be done in 48 hours, which is obviously pretty quick, guys. There it is. So final talks tomorrow. Man United hope to seal the deal in 24 to 48 hours. Talks again taking place today. Get in there, my son. Lisandro Martinez. Let's ask the live chat then. So if we do complete the signing, for this guy, how much... how would you rate it out of 10, guys? How would you rate the signing of Lisandro Martinez out of 10 for, let's say, 55 million euros? How much would you give it on the scale of 0 to 10 for awesomeness? Matthew Smith, thank you for the €2 super chat. He says, do you think we'll keep Martial? I actually do now, yeah. I do now. I think he'll get a new chance under 10. He is a good player. It's just about getting the consistency in there. Maybe Ten Hag can revitalise this guy's career. We talked about the need for him to do that and for Rashford to do that. So it's possible. I think we'll keep him now. Definitely because of how threadbare we are in those wide and forward positions. 8 says Hamza Patel. Yeah, nice. 7 says 8 says Mark Nurse. 8 says Fung Sire. 7 says Kingsley. Oh, 793. What's going on? Says 6. 6 says Scott Berg. 7 says Philip Chapman. 7 because the manager actually wants him. Give him what he wants. Exactly, superstar. 10. It's a decent signing, says Westy. 7 says United Technical Talk. Yeah, Grizzly Bear. Ten Hag picking decent players. He's getting players that he has a history with. Not necessarily coaching them, but most of them, his targets, that is the case. But even like Malacia has obviously torn apart or, stopped his wingers tearing apart Feyenoord over the last couple of seasons in the Eredivisie. He knows all about him, so he's gone and got the guy. That's what I like about his signings so far, is they're all his signings. Yeah, he seems to have that freedom to be able to, say, yes, this is the guy that I want, let's get this guy. And that's why we've worked on De Jong for so long and are paying a significant amount of money for him. He's a Ten Hag guy as well. And Martinez, as we've said many times, signed from Defensa Justicia over in Argentina, 2019, for £6 million. So it's a bargain for everybody involved here. Well, not necessarily United. We paid quite a bit, but Ajax getting a good deal. United getting a player that Ten Hag has coached for the last 3 seasons and developed this guy massively and had a big hand in his development as a player. So he's already got good signings, the right sort of players that he knows and likes that will play a certain way for him, and he's got faith in to do the job that he wants doing. So that's what I like about it too. These are Ten Hag signings, most definitely. And then we've also got other players still at the football club, like Donny van der Beek, who, okay, I don't think he looked very good in the game against Liverpool, but if Ten Hag could get him playing great, that could be a new signing as well. It's the total Dutch football vibe, maybe with the right role that Ten Hag can give him. Donny van der Beek will flourish in this team as well. He could be like a new signing. So slowly but surely, Ten Hag's moulding of the team, the stylistic change that we're hoping to see could be brought about a lot quicker because he's bringing in all his own sorts of players here. We haven't got enough of them in yet. We've literally only just been able to sign Malacia right now. We've still got to get the finalizations done for De Jong, Martinez, Eriksen. But those players, that's 4 players signed once we've got them all in. That would be very nice. We just got to then go and get a couple more. And but that'll help the evolution, help the change from being this gas-tastic, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, Rangnick-esque, guff, counter-attacking, gash on the ball, lacking confidence, lacking belief side, to hopefully being this new Erik Ten Hag, total Dutch football, attacking, confident, and an entertaining football team. That's what we're hoping for, guys. So bring it on. Let's get these players in. Lisandro, Eriksen, De Jong, and Malacia as a good start. Add 1 or 2 more, and it would be, I think, considered definitely a good window, depending on who else we bring in. We could look at getting a new right back in if we're looking to sell one of the ones we've got currently now, maybe a Dumfries, or we could be looking at maybe a midfielder, another midfielder, something like a Tielemans. That's where I would strengthen, but we do still have Donny, Fred, McTominay if we got De Jong. So maybe that won't be the case. Maybe they'll look at Anthony. He's one of the players that is very much touted as United having the interest to go in for before the end of the window. Currently nursing an injury or recovering from an injury, an ankle injury, but it's not expected he'll be out for long at all. So United could start talks on that one soon. But that's a lot of money, guys. That's a lot of money. But we should have a lot of money available to us. You don't think Donny will be first choices for the Chairman? I don't think so either, bud. I agree with you. He'll have to prove himself like anyone as well and burst his way into the side, try and stay there. G-Wolf United Gaming, what's going on, my son? Oh, how you doing? So everybody rated Martinez there. Most people said about a 7 out of 10. My rating on it, to give it a rating as a transfer, yeah, I mean, for 55 million euros, you can't give it a 10 because it's a heck of a lot of money to pay. And I think we've paid probably more than what his market value actually is. The Arsenal situation didn't help us with them pushing the price up. But I'm going to say it's a solid 7 or an 8 out of 10 this signing, guys. I mean, it's a Ten Hag signing. It's who he wants. He's 24, international. Good development, great pass of the ball, versatile. If he's not going to be quite good enough for the rigours of the Premier League at centre-back, he should be good enough to be able to do the job at DM for us, etc. So I'm really not too worried about this guy. I think he's going to be a good addition, great signing. Anybody who could come in and take the place of the Slabbinator every now and then would be great to me. And also, look, anybody who can come in and help control that midfield passing game also is fantastic to me, guys. So I think he's a versatile player, could do both those things as and when we need him. So it's a good signing. 8 or a 9 says G. If you're not at 7, maybe 6.5 says buys. Fair play. Yeah, it's quite a bit of money to pay. Thank you, Gongshi. He says, smash a like for the pig. Thank you so much, Don Gongshi, you absolute legend. After the way Debate played against Liverpool, I thought he was gash. Worst player on the pitch. If you don't get any better, then get rid. Hey, fair enough. I personally agree with you. I thought most people were shot in that game. Even the second half when we made 10 changes at half time, he's brought the kids on. Like people like Savage and Zidane, Iqbal looking, good, really good, and it's just very nice. Other than Donny. Look, he only had a half a foot. He didn't do all that much wrong. I just think that he just didn't really look that confident. Just it's early days for him, isn't it? He's going to have to build himself back up. I think Donny's in a bit of a hole. Ten Hag needs to put his arm around him and try and bring him back out of that hole, But hey, look. His development, his progression as a footballer at United, and probably through no fault of his own, really, other than the fact that he agreed to move, his progression for the last couple of seasons has just been completely halted. So I'm prepared to give Donny a chance. Hashtag free Donny in the live chat, and let's give this guy a couple of games. Let's give him a run in the side, honestly. What's the worst that can happen? He's not going to perform any worse than Shotty McTominay. So I would definitely give him a chance in the team. Right, okay, folks, so it's all going off in regards to United's transfer dealings. Finally, the good stuff is coming. Man United doing work. We've got an agreement in principle. No, sorry, we've got a full agreement with Barcelona for Frenkie De Jong, finally, and now we've got to agree terms with the player. That's all that's going to be holding that up, really, and then it's a case of getting this guy in, and they'll accept their payment for the money, and there you go. He's a United player, so it still could take time, because they do owe him 17 mil in deferred wages and these sorts of things, so there's a few complications. But once they're all wrapped up, they've squeezed an extra 10 million euros out for us. Happy days. And Lisandro Martinez looking very, very good indeed. He's not training at the moment. Ajax protecting the asset there. 55 million euros expected to be the amount that it takes to get this guy in. Happy days, my son. Come on, United! Finally! Man, this is the boost we needed. Smashing up the Scousers 4-0. Have some of that, by the way. I fucking loved it. Even though it's a friendly game, always nice to smash up the Scousers, isn't it? It's 4-0 drubbins. See Kloppy shivering a little bit there. It was great. So, more of that, please, in pre-season. But we do need additions. We can't expect the same team as last season, minus 6 players, to be capable of doing the job that we need them to, which is to get into top 4 and hopefully challenge for some trophies. I mean, look, it's a tough ask in Ten Hag's first season, but that should be a target that we're trying to achieve this year if we're investing good money. So he needs all the help he can get these players in ASAP. Frenkie, Eriksen, Lisandro. Then let's have a look at some other players. Maybe Anthony, maybe another midfielder, maybe a right back. Let's go and get these players in. Come on, though, finally doing some business. So great to see. But let's just have a little rundown of what's going on then. So if you're just joining the stream, guys, firstly, smash that like, hit the subscribe and get involved in the chat. But secondly, Man United have reached a full agreement with Barcelona for Frenkie De Jong for what is now believed to be, it's a total 85 million euro deal, but the initial upfront amount has changed from what was previously reported as an agreement in principle, which was 65 and 20 previously. Now it's understood to be 75 million euros plus add-ons. So they have squeezed an extra 10 million euros out of Manchester United early on late on here, in order to get the deal pushed through. Man United have agreed to it, it seems, and that's largely down to what they owe Frenkie De Jong. So we've helped them pay Frenkie De Jong and helped them settle up with Frenkie De Jong so they can get this deal done. Barcelona stand to save a lot of money by getting rid of Frenkie De Jong. That's the reality. He's they're going to generate, 85 million euros, but they're also going to save millions of pounds every single season as well. He's on 350 a week there. That's million over, it's nearly 1.5 million a month. So this guy's taken out a significant amount of cash from the club. So therefore they can restructure things and get a slightly better financial situation whilst looking to strengthen other areas of the team as well. I don't know how they're capable of signing players like Rafinha. They can't even register them. They can't pay their players' wages, though. It's crazy. Kenkichi Attacker, thank you so much, bud, for being a member of this channel for 20 months, dude. What a legend of this channel Kenkichi is. Long-time legend, absolute hero. Thank you so much for getting in here, boss. Guys, can we get a hashtag 20 in the chat for Kenkichi? He says, Piggle, finally some signings, eh? Get in there, Kenkichi. Finally, it's happening. It looks like it anyway. There's still a way that the Frenkie deal could not get done, I suppose, if he really doesn't want to join United. But we know that this wouldn't have got to this stage if there wasn't that conversation, if there wasn't that understanding between Ten Hag and Frenkie, etc., that this was going to happen. So, look, Barca need to cash in. That's the reality. 350k a week, sign me up, says Sonia Ruiz. It's a nice work if you can get it, isn't it, Sonia? It's very nice work if you can get it. Get in there, numero uno. People are loving this this news. But Ericsson signed, says Promise. Yeah, I mean, Ericsson's coming in. Of course, we still got to complete that deal with the medical, etc. It's taken, that deal it should be done already, but it's going to be announced anytime soon. And then in regards to, of course, Lisandro Martinez, that one could be pushed through reasonably quickly within 48, 72 hours. You should expect to see that deal done. The De Jong deal is still a little bit slow because Barca have to settle up with Frenkie De Jong. They've got to do certain obligations in regards to settling up and paying him what they owe him. Yeah, John Anderson, man, that Sterling and Koulibaly deal is nice. John Anderson, yeah, I know. Fair play to him, eh? Fair play to him, eh? They've done pretty well with those deals. You look at what Liverpool have done, spending 100 million on Darwin, and some of these other teams spunking a lot of money, and yeah, they have done well with some of these deals. You want Pedri instead of this Dutch guy, says Enor. Fair enough, but you won't get Pedri though, mate, because Pedri's just he's too hot property for them, mate. He's too young. He's already like their number 8, isn't he? And Barca's Spain's number 10, is he, or something, or the other way around? I don't know. But he's already doing those jobs. You're not gonna want to get rid. But no, fair enough. Rushmano, thank you so much for the likes tally, mate. We did it. We got 252 likes on the stream. Come on. Thank you, everyone, for dropping the like. Can we get 300? If you're just getting in here, drop a cheeky little thumbs up. It helps us out. Is Heaton going to be back up for De Gea? I think so, Matthew Smith. We might sign another backup goalkeeper. There was talks of players like Strakoschka, but obviously he went to Brentford. Lots of other players as well have been linked with us as backups, even Sergio Romero. I personally don't think we need one. De Gea's going to play all the games. Heaton will be a suitable backup as and when we need it. I suppose it's not great if De Gea gets injured if you've just got Heaton. That is gash, to be honest. So maybe we should look at getting Sergio Romero back. But look, the price, we basically just got to get somebody for basically nothing. Because we cannot be using any sort of part of the budget, really, for what we need to shrink for the outfield players. On a goalkeeper, it's not a priority position for us right now. We got De Gea. He's one of the goatest around, so I'm not too concerned about the goalie position anyway. Right, so, yeah, sorry, rundown of what we're going through, guys. I keep getting distracted, don't I? Manchester United reached a full agreement with Barca, just a case of getting the wages, personal terms sorted out. As Fab says here, personal terms still the issue to be resolved, as Frankie's priority is to stay at Barca. And also, look, he really doesn't have... He's got his heart in Barcelona, but essentially if he's pushed off the plank, he's going to have to swim to Man United and get saved, isn't he? Also, the wages situation, De Jong has told Erik Ten Hag he's willing to go to United, but the matter of sorting his deferred wages is a fair point of principle of the midfielder. So there you go, sorting the deal, situations out the deal. He feels kind of disrespected as well. De Jong's agent is interested in placing his client elsewhere because of how the player's been treated by Barca. This is reported by Gerard Romero. Feels like because of the amount of money, of course, that they owe him, and also the fact that they're expecting him to play now for less money. and they're sort of painting it as maybe Frenkie's the bad guy so that Barca can save some sort of face to say that they didn't want to sell this guy. They're not too happy about it. So that makes sense. So this is good for us. If he feels disrespected and feels, not too happy at Barca, that's good. Also, look, this guy, Gerard Romero, again, reporting that the deal is slightly different to what Fab said. Fab said 85, 75. This guy's suggesting it's a couple of million euro a couple of million more in add-ons, 70 million up front, 17 down the line. Fab reporting 75 up front, 10 down the line. So some discrepancies there, but we'll go with Fab at the moment. It's probably about right, 85 million euros. Also, Fab reporting that Lisandro Martinez not trading today, as per Mike Verwey, who initially reported it, actually, and they're not prepared to risk this asset, who they're trying to sell for 55 million euros, by letting him in train. And also, United are just in the position for getting this deal done with them. It's a matter of time, as reported by Fab again here. All parties involved in the Lisandro Martinez deal are convinced that it's just a matter of hours and final details to complete the agreement between Man United and Ajax. Feeling is that Man United is that the meeting in Amsterdam was the key step, deal at the final stages. We also have reports to say that United will meet again with United will meet again with Ajax today to put the final touches on the Lisandro Martinez transfer. And if all goes to plan, he could join us very soon to play in one of our next games in Australia. Ahami737, thank you very much for subscribing to the channel, my son. I appreciate you. If you guys are new like Ahami, please do hit that subscribe button and get in the chat. Big Q&A coming. We're just doing a quick roundup of the day's news here, and then we're going to have a big Q&A. So, matter of time before we get it done. It's imminent. Matter of hours for the finalizations to be done. Of course, he'd have to pass a medical, fly in. It could be a few days. But really, this guy's going to be a United player soon. Come on, my son. Get in. Also, there you go. Imminent. Board mission in Amsterdam revealed yesterday, described as positive and successful. Agreement closed for more than 50 million euros. It's reported and expected it's about 55 million euros. Probably 50 up front and 5 in add-ons, somewhere around about that. But we have to wait for the true terms of the deal to be out there. Also, just very quickly, I didn't mention this, but before the show, Fab did say that Thomas Tuchel has decided against Cristiano Ronaldo signing. As things stand, George Mendes had talks with Todd Boehly, but final decision has always been up to the manager. Chelsea are now focused on different deals. Tuchel isn't keen on Cristiano, so get in there, my son. That is good news, and hopefully it's just a case of nobody sees great value in signing Ronaldo right now. I don't know why that would be, because, well, he's such a commercial entity, you can get a lot of money back just by having Ronaldo in your team. Maybe PSG would, but there's also reports that maybe they're not that interested in him. Look, it's everybody. If everybody stays not interested, what's his choice? He's got to play for Man United, doesn't he? He's going to have to play for Man United. So get in there, my son. Cristiano Ronaldo, suey. Let's keep this guy. You know, I've said it many times. We don't have to get rid of this guy, and nor should we, unless a big, significant, juicy offer comes in from abroad. Then there's no way we should get rid of him because he's just too vital for us this year. We did play well in pre-season game against Liverpool without him, but we need him. He's a clutch goal scorer. He's a proper leader as well. Look, if he's thrown his toys out the Premier League, doesn't want to play for us, that's a big deal. It really is. But once this window slams shut, this guy will be committed to us. And I personally think he still just wants to see us sign these players and improve the team to the point maybe the squad's capable of challenging for things. Because right now, I do not believe that it is, even with this new manager and new approach. And he obviously doesn't either. That's why, and I keep reiterating this point, he didn't say this at the start of the window. He could have easily said this at the start of the window. But no, what's happened is his agent's been speaking to people recently, and of course it's been drip-fed to the media that Ronaldo's not happy and doesn't feel like the squad has the same ambitions and can't give him what he wants. 1 month after the transfer window opened, not when the transfer window opened, 1 month after, which means that he was quite intent to give United the chance and the Glazers the chance to show the ambition that they should have, which is to sign great quality players to help us compete and win things. So that's what I think this is hopefully about. Ronaldo looking to get a better team of players with him to do the task of maybe winning a trophy or two. That's what I think. Anyway, so get in there. GG Killer says, CR7 to stay, says I hear. Let's have a vote, guys. Does CR7 stay or does he go? Let's have a vote in the chat. Stay or go? Malp says nobody wants Ronnie, only in the Saudis. Yeah, so I saw there's an offer. Was it 2 million? 2 million? I saw some ridiculous offer. 2 million a week, was it, or something? That just $2 million a week or something crazy amount that they'd be prepared to pay him over there, right? But he wouldn't go. He's really not about that, is he? He's about the legacy. And he said it himself. He's not about the money. He said, I got money. It's not about the money. Stay. Nobody wants him, says Roshi. Stay. He's freaking staying, says Chris Chatfield. Stay, says Duncan Belifo. Stay, says Fungside. GG Killer. Numero uno. CR7 stays, says Grizzly Bear. Chris Barker says, nobody wants him. Stay. Go, says Sonny Egbin. Stay, says John Reinhard. Stay, says The Hoff. Will definitely stay, says Ahir Oliver. Hey, fair play to all you guys. Thank you for everyone for voting there. Yeah, I mean, it's looking more and more likely that he'll stay because there's not that much interest. There's not that much interest from people, other clubs coming in. Thank you, John O'Good, for subscribing to the channel, my son. And Fitness Balance as well. Thank you very much for subscribing to the channel, mate. And Sheriff Family TV as well. If you guys are new, please do hit the subscribe button. Get in here. We're a community around here, and we let everyone have their say. So yeah. Matthew Adateo says, I think we'll stay at Bayern as Bayern don't want him and TT don't want him too. Good call, man. I mean, the biggest options for me when I look at where it would be likely that he would want to go, he wouldn't go to Sporting yet because he's too good for that at the moment. He could win things over there, domestic and stuff, but he's too good for that level right now. He could play for anybody right now. The only places I think he would really be up for going, and that's if an offer came in, would be like Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, because he could win the German league and still have the chance in the Champions League. I don't even know if he'd be that interested in the French Farmers League. Yeah, okay, Messi's adding to his Champions League tally of goals and they've got the chance of winning it. And they will win domestic trophies, but is that adding to your legacy or is it just Mickey Mouse trophies and stuff? It's like if Jesse Lingard goes to the MLS, it's like, well, okay, but you're just wasting your some great years here, that you could have in an actual proper league just for money and fame or fortune or whatever it is. Like, really, is that what you want? It's a bit shite, isn't it? It's a bit shite. So I don't even think he would necessarily want to go to PSG, but if PSG were prepared to pay huge money for us and to Ronaldo, then yeah, but even they apparently have distanced themselves from the Cristiano Ronaldo deal. Champions League with Celtic, says Chris Barker. Piggy Frankie doesn't want to be a United player, says Jassy Singh. I disagree with that, mate. But also, what about this? If he's pushed out of Barca, where's he going to go then? Where's he going to go? It's not necessarily about him wanting it. Okay, maybe he wants to stay at Barca. He knows United's still a great club with great option to go play your football for Ten Hag if Barca don't want you, though. And that's what it is, guys. Barca don't want Frankie now. They don't want him because he's an asset worth a lot that they can cash in on, and he's paid a lot of money every single week, and they can't afford it. That's the reality. So, sorry to say, it doesn't, to a degree, of course, it doesn't really matter what Frankie wants. To a degree, because, yeah, okay, what's the alternative? He stays at Barca. He says, no, I'm not going. You've reached an agreement with them. Nope, cancel it. I'm not going anywhere. I'm a Barca player. I've got a 4-year contract. That's it. Play me. That's the alternative. So what do they do then? Then they owe him a shitload of cash, which they have to settle up for, but they've not got the money for. Then they have to pay him 350 grand every single week. There may be some sort of unrest. There may be some sort of sour, ill feeling going on there in general, somewhere through the hierarchy towards him, etc. It's just not really a very nice fit for him to stay. In all honesty, unless something strange happens, like Barcelona really do genuinely sort their finances out in the next 2 days, and Xavi says, oh no, let's keep him because now we can afford him. Unless that happens, like, they're going to sell him. And that's why they've reached an agreement with Man United, because they want to sell him. They haven't reached an agreement with Man United, full agreement, and been negotiating with us for weeks now because they don't want to sell him. No, they want to sell him, guys. They want to sell him. And so Frankie, sorry to say, he's got to find a new club. That's sort of how it works. So Man United is that club. Ten Hag is that guy. And I'm fine with that, to be honest, right now, to get a classy player. It's not the ideal. I want a player to be hungry and want to play for Man United. Of course I do. It's not the ideal, but to get a player of that caliber who Ten Hag can utilise and be that man to build a team around, I'm happy with it, guys. So talks are continuing, though. There's an increasing feeling that the saga could be going on, though, right to the end of the transfer window. So I know we said it could be done reasonably soon, but there's still some things to slow this deal down between the player and the club. Let's ask the live chat. Let's get a date vote in the live chat, guys. When do you think this deal will get done? When do you think the De Jong deal? When do you think we'll actually be stood next to Ten Hag holding the shirt? When do you think? Yeah, exactly, Gungshi. Like The Rock says, it doesn't matter what you think. Hey, nice. Only 8 likes away from 300. Sue. Frankie can't say he wants to leave. It could harm his position when he has to take Barca to court to get his money. Yeah, so spot on, Mark Oliver. You're absolutely right. You're so astute, man. Why does he want to leave or make it seem like he can't say, I want to leave? You're absolutely right. He's got to be tongue-in-cheek right now. Hey, Mikhail Kramer. De Jong loses loyalty bonuses if he stays. He wants to leave, says Mikhail Kramer. There you go, my son. Exactly. There's all sorts of reasons for it as well. And financial is a big one. They owe him 17 mil, guys. And guess what? They're suggesting that if he stays, he plays for half the money. Would you do that? I mean, if you absolutely love the club, but it's a bit of a piss take when they already owe you that money. And by the way, they're going to sign other players. That's the big piss take. They're spending 60 million on Rafinha, etc. I mean, that's the big piss take. Next week, says G Wolf. Tomorrow, says Robbie the Pig. 31st of July at 11:59, says Jams. 6 away from 300, says Buys. Get in there, my son. January, says John Hinton. How you been, John Hinton? You absolute long-time hero. I hope you're doing good, Mr. Hinton. January. 31st of August, says Pete Morris. 2 weeks, says Elliot. I would hope in the next 2 weeks as well, Chris Koo. 2000 and never, says Matthew Smith. Frankie agreed. Kwame Ganso. Hey there, Kwame Ganso. Thank you for getting in here. Has he agreed? Well, the deal there, my friend, is agreed between the two clubs now. There's a full agreement. So you know how there was agreement in principle. Now there is a full agreement between the two clubs. That's the case. United have reached full agreement with Barcelona for Frenkie De Jong. After further talks, package worth 85 million euros, fee guaranteed around 75 million plus add-ons. So they got a 10 million euros extra up front to get the deal completely fully agreed. That's it, guys. Barca have accepted the offer. So essentially, there's an agreement there. All that takes place now is, well, they've got to settle up with Frankie, and we've got to agree personal terms with Frankie and have medicals and complete paperwork. But what's going to slow down this deal is Barcelona still with their side of the deal. United Till I Die says full agreement. That's been the case for a month. Actually, not quite true, United Till I Die. I mean, I suppose you could look at it that way because we have had an agreement of sorts, but it's not a full agreement. Previously, we had an agreement in principle, which means that, yeah, okay, we're basically there, but we've got to figure out a few more things, i.e. they wanted 10 million up front. They're happy with the overall 85 million, but they want an extra 10 million up front and then less in add-ons. So that's what it was about. That's why there was time. So it is slightly different because now there's an agreement, a full agreement, which means that that's what the figure is going to be. That's what the amount is. As long as we can get Frankie to sign and get Frankie to come and be happy to want to play for us, etc., and agree terms, then that's what it should be. There shouldn't be any more case of, oh, look, they're going to squeeze another few million out of us. No, we've actually got a full agreement. So it is different. It is an update. It is a big advancement because now the deal isn't a maybe. It isn't in principle. There's a full agreement there. They've agreed on the deal. Now it's a case of getting the player in. You heard about De Jong months ago yet? Dabo, it's been going on for a long time. It's a bit off topic, but I really would like United to sign Dybala as I hear of in Oliver. Oh, fair enough. Well, as a free, if we keep Ronaldo as an addition to the squad, I'd take him in all fairness. I would. Only as an addition. But as a replacement for Ronaldo, if Ronaldo goes, absolutely not. Mark Harris, thank you so much for getting in there. How are you doing today, boss? Get in there. He says, odds checker, latest Frenkie De Jong will sign in 2034. Fab. Mark Harris, thank you so much. Let's hope it doesn't rumble on that long, my son. But hey, it wouldn't surprise me, knowing us. I mean, the Sancho deal took about 18 months, didn't it? But no. This one's progressing. It's more or less been on Barcelona, the hold up on this deal anyway. Man United have done almost all we can, I think, from a recruitment side of things. Sing Games says De Jong was not leaving Barca without and agreed nothing until he gets 17 million. Precisely, Sing Games. Exactly. Would you leave if they owed you 17 million and just wave it off? No, I don't think so. Yeah, that's right, Matthew Smith. You're right about that. Bournemouth have expressed an interest in signing Axel Tuanzebe. Yeah, that's right. A lot of different centre-backs at the club. Too many, really. Need to move some on. That would be a good player to move on, in all fairness. I like him, but he's 25. Actually, from a Ten Hag point of view, he's a quick, physical player. But I don't know. G-Wolf United Gaming says, Chris, even if he goes on tour, good for us because he can get some games and training time for us to come in and be up to scratch. Definitely, I agree completely, G-Wolf. I'm not sure who you're talking about, but De Jong, yes, absolutely agree. Get him in as soon as possible. The sooner the better, definitely. And then also even like Ronaldo, if you're talking about Ronaldo, I don't know who you're talking about, but the same applies for Ronaldo. What's going on with Ronaldo? Ronaldo, we need to, if he is going to stay, get him on tour. Let's get him playing some games, you know, set up for the season. Then again, this guy's probably just taking care of himself like a beast. Thank you, Rushmano. Yeah. Oh, Zayn Miassi. Zayn Miassi with a super chat, my son. What's going on, Zayn? Zayn Miassi. He says he's way overpriced. Frankie's no match for Xhaka and Partey. He's just another Pogba. Oh my goodness me, Zayn Miassi, you are bitter, sir. You're bitter because of the Sandro Martinez news, bud. That's what it is. Because we've stolen that player from you, pal. And we're probably going to do the same with Tielemans, mate. You're bitter, Zayn. I get it. Rafinha's going to Barca. He's turned down the shitty Arsenal. And nobody's interested in playing for that second-rate side, sir. Even though we don't have Champions League football, we're still able to bring in top players like Frenkie De Jong, mate. Because we are a top club, even though we might not be in the right time. Whereas Arsenal, they've never won the Champions League, but you know they really haven't. So therefore, are they even a big club? No, they're not, are they? Zayn Miassi, thank you so much. He said he's just another Pogba. We'll see. Only time will tell, bud. But you know, Xhaka and Partey. I kind of rate Partey for the role that he does, you know, for the player that he is. But no, there's no comparison. Frenkie De Jong is a much more technical, better player, mate. Definitely. Barcelona actually owe De Jong 100 million in fixed salary and loyalty bonus payments, says Alex Walker. Crikey, my son. I mean, there's lots of different reports and variations coming out. I don't think that's the case, bud. But 17 is what's been reported in a lot of different places. That is still a huge amount of money. Maradonaldinho says, go on, pig, roar. Thank you very much, bud. Hey, Sarvulon, how you getting on? I hope you're well today. Get in there. Thank you for the 3 little pigs. Hope you're having a good day, Sar. Right, it's Q&A time, folks. I'm pretty sure I've gone through all the news. Ajax ready to sort of let this guy go. Martinez, oh, sorry, that's Frenkie De Jong. Yeah, deferred wages, 87 million, 85 million. Some reports say different. Martinez not training with Ajax today. Alessandro, just a matter of time before we get the deal done. It's imminent. He's not training, etc. Get in there, my son. So we're making moves for Martinez. That could be done in the next 48, 72 hours. Also, the Frenkie De Jong situation is looking good now to the point where we've got a full agreement in place. Now we have to get the deal done with Frenkie. Oh, thank you so much for the super chat, Zayn Miassi, again. He says, Tielemans and Jesus, better window than yours. I don't think that would be a better window than ours if we do get all the players we're supposed to get in the next couple of days or in the next week or two. If you think about players like Christian Eriksen, Frenkie De Jong, Lisandro Martinez, and Malacia. No, I think you're totally wrong, Zayn. I think that would be a shit window for Arsenal, bud. Jesus got 8 goals last season in the Premier League, Zayn. I keep telling you, man. I expect him to get a bit more if he's playing more of a key role in Arsenal's team. But not a lot more, bud. He's a 14-goal a season man if ever I saw one. Liam H. Thank you so much for the super chat, Liam H. Getting in here raw, he says, how much must Zayn spend? He's on all channels. God knows. God knows. This guy's an absolute baller. That's all I know. And shout out to Zayn Miassi for all the mad support over the years, honestly. This guy is a legend. He's maybe a complete delusional Arsenal melter, but he is a bit of a legend, isn't he? Thank you, Zayn. Thank you so much for that super chat there, Liam, as well. Hey, Rushmano, thank you for the £5 super chat, you absolute legend. He says, just to confirm for Zayn, Lisandro Martinez turned down Arsenal's offer. He's done you raw, sir. That's it. He's turned down the Arsenal holders, mate. Who wants to play for that absolutely spent club with Mikel Arteta as the manager, my son? It's an absolute horror show. Man United, though, with Ten Hag, new era, new belief, new signings. Could be something special. There's definitely more inclination for players around the world right now, unless you're an Arsenal fan, to play for Man United. That's the reality of this situation, mate. Arsenal have been away for a long time. Man United are away at the moment. We are slipping down. We're definitely slipping down the pecking order at the moment. Could we be on our way back up? If we're not careful, honestly, if we're not careful, sooner or later we will be in the same position as Arsenal. And with our shitty owners, the Glazers, anything's possible there, actually. So let's just hope Ten Hag can be the guy to shepherd us back to the glory days, or at least get us to be respectable and challenging again. Zayn Miassi with another, thank you, Matty Rush, for that, by the way. Zayn Miassi with another super chat. He says, we are getting Zinchenko instead, who's better and proven. I spend 50k a year on 50k on a year for the answers below. Oh my goodness me, Zayn Miassi. So this guy, Zayn Miassi, spends £50,000 a year on YouTube Super Chats. Fucking hell, mate. You know what you want to do with your money, saying, to be fair, what I would do if I was you is I would probably just maybe chip in for Arsenal to maybe try and sign some better standard players rather than cheaping out on some gash 8-goal a season merchants. Maybe you should chip in a little bit, Zane. G-Wolf, mate, thank you so much for the super chat as well. Zane spends $50,000 a year on different channels on YouTube. This guy's mental. But I can believe it. Trust me, I believe it. Thank you so much, Zane. G-Wolf United Gaming says the weather for Zane has turned him into a high mofo. Oh, G-Wolf, man. I don't know. He does seem a little bit, I don't know, what's the word? Intoxicated? I don't know. Is he intoxicated right now? You can never tell with Zane. Rush says Zane currently on page 29 of his Penguin book of bullshit transfers. Oh, man. Goodness. Oh, dude. Alec Brandon says, wow, he's a millionaire who just needs to get rid of money, says United today. Well, Zane, I'm skint, mate. Keep it coming, bud. I said, if you want to fucking spend it, I'm sat here, bud. You know what I mean? Yeah, Maradona says, Zane, lad, I'm opening a channel. Philip Chapman says, don't upset Zane, Piggy. Yeah, it's all in good banter. Me and Zane, we like a bit of banter. We don't take it personally. Ricardo says 315 likes. Bring out the red panties. Oh, no way. That's only one away from 316. That's a Steve Austin amount of likes. We've got to get a Steve Austin amount of likes. Give me a hell yeah. And smash that like button, folks, if you haven't done. Hit the old subscribe if you're new. In fact, make sure you do subscribe. We just hit 60,200 subscribers. Shout out to all the legends of this channel. We're on here daily giving you all the latest United news. We'll be on here later as well, giving the latest breaking updates as and when they happen in regards to people like Martinez. If there's more on De Jong, Eriksen imminent, of course, as well. We'll keep you up to date with all the stuff as and when it comes out in a legit, no clickbait, no bullshit way. There's no pumped out guff on this channel for the sake of it. And, in terms of clickbait, there's no clickbait, guys. We report on the facts. We don't say anything's done until it's done. We report the latest updates from only the top tier journalists, etc. And we give you the latest rundown in a concise show. So if you enjoyed the show, make sure you hit the subscribe button. There's going to be plenty more from United this summer transfer window. Get yourself subscribed, smash a like, and all that jazz. And click the bell icon. Sing Game says 50k a year. Hello, bro. If you make 1% a day on the 50k, you'll make 1,889 profit. Get in there, my son. Oh, you mean, bro, if you make 1%? Oh, okay, I see. Zane be smoking too much chronic, says Tonk Nash. Hey, Dutch Christ, thank you for the £2 super chat. He says Zane Miassi is a property investor pig. Dutch Christ, oh, he's gone in there raw and done his research. Well, that also doesn't surprise me. That also doesn't surprise me because, well, most rich people are, mate, to be honest, aren't they? Aren't they? That's fucking awesome, though. Fair play to Zane, man. Obviously, that's it. He can spend his money whichever way he wants. You know what I'm saying? If he works hard for it. And even if he doesn't work hard for it, he can spend it however the fuck he wants. Hip Hop Juice says, we're going to be happy with the transfers at the end. I agree with you, but it may take time. This is too slow. It is not acceptable, but you're right. We'll be happy come the end of the window, I think. What's the word on Greenwood, says Paraz Busy. Same situation. Nothing has changed on Greenwood, bud. He's not expected to come back and play for Man United at the moment. He's still suspended by the club, but he's not actually been released by the club or anything. They're waiting for the investigation, of course, to finish, and he's got a hearing soon and all the rest of it. You've got to let justice take its course there before they can truly make a key decision, I suppose. But I personally don't think he'll be playing for us again. Zane is Mr. Beast's little brother, says Sing Games. Zane helps us Adewale. Joe Smith Music says, will Martinez come straight into the starting lineup, and who would he replace? Surely Maguire? Yeah, that's right, Joe Smith Music. Definitely, he will come straight into the team and replace that slab. That's what I think. Certain games, though, may call for him coming in and playing the number 6, or, the defensive midfielder, essentially, alongside maybe Frenkie De Jong or something just behind. Make sure Zane's money's going in as he hacked something. Says, die. Oh, yeah, Rush Bonner says, Zane is a Don, always brightens my day. Absolutely, he is funny, mate. Zane is Boris in disguise, says Bell. Buy a United season ticket, you'll feel better, says Daryl Platt to Zane. Yeah, why not? It's nice of him to spread the love, even if it's in the form of Arsene Holland's banter. Precisely, mate. Can't fault the guy. What a nice guy. Honestly, Zayn Miassi has supported this channel and been a big difference maker in me being able to do this more time, just as much as anybody, really. Zayn Miassi, in my eyes, is a fucking legend. Matthew Smith getting those American flags in there. Hip Hop Juicers, Anthony Ryan Giggs 2022 would be a great addition, hopefully, for the future next season, says Hip Hop Juice. Superstar comments, Pig, which position do you think we need to address after we seal De Jong and Martinez? I still think we need another midfielder. Yeah, me too. I'm with you there, bud. And then right back is also a concern for me, but yeah, a winger, a striker, another forward player as well, to just not have to rely on Ronaldo would be nice. These shit United times have been made better with the help of Zayn. It would have not been the same without him, says Sing Games. Get in there, my son. We got a CR7 update, says Rushman. Let's see what this is all about. CR7 update. Okay. Yeah, nice. Yeah. Ronaldo will not be joining Chelsea. That's great. Yeah, so obviously Thomas Tuchel came out a bit earlier as well, and there's some reports, at least from Fad, that wasn't the case. Let's have a look at this report as well that's come out here. So another report that says that, he's definitely not going to Chelsea, which is great for us, obviously. Yeah, nice. Let's have a look at this. So I've got a little bit on that. Thomas Tuchel decided against Cristiano Ronaldo signing as things stand. George Mendes had talks with Todd Bowley, but final decision always been up to the manager. Tuchel isn't keen on signing Cristiano, so that's good. CR7 News, yeah, he turned down Saudi too, says Maradona. It does not surprise me. For all the money in China, you wouldn't get him playing in the Chinese league or the Saudi league or one of those leagues where the legacy is not as revered, it's not as impressive, nobody cares. No disrespect to those leagues, they're absolutely fine. I'm just saying, it's not the Premier League, it's not the La Liga, it's not Serie A even. It's an absolute just money league, that's all it is. And the teams are so shit. Ronaldo would score 58 goals a season, no worries, playing 30 games. What's the point? It's just a complete bore fest for him and for, not for his bank account. No, I can't. That's 786. Please put it in there again. I can't actually scroll up at the moment. Mohammed Musa says, what about Anthony? Well, he's injured at the moment for a couple of weeks. Medical is probably not completable right now anyway. I think we'll go back on Anthony in a couple of weeks' time, personally. I think we'll go for it then. I'm turning to Trevor McDonald, says Madhouse. Ed says, hey, Pig, everything's looking promising. We have a great coach. Signings are coming in. Just want De Jong to play for us like he would for Barcelona. Definitely, I said, it's coming, mate. It's coming. They're pushing him out and we're catching him. Wayne says, good morning to all United fans from Wayne Best from Trinidad and Tobago. Hey, shout out to you, my friend. From the country that Dwight York came from, mate. A United legend. Get in there, my son. Thank you. Who else is in here, guys? Who else in here? So many legends. Sunil Pawar says, we won't believe until De Jong plays his first match at Old Trafford. Yeah, fair one. I'm waiting for it until he stood next to stood next to Ten Hag. Stood next to Ten Hag. Any news from the land of Middlefast, says Chris Chatfield. Piggy, you interested in doing a merch line? We're doing it for others in different fields, says Hip Hop Juice. I've already got some merch, actually. Put an exclamation mark merch in the live chat. But maybe so, because the merch that I've got at the moment is from that Teespring place. And basically, it's quite expensive, mate, really. Like, it's just expensive for you guys, and then we don't make that much either. It's a bit shit, to be honest. Prestonian Mackham says, Anna Sunderland legend. Trinidad and Tobago always represented here, bro. Nice one, Mark Nurse. Brilliant stuff. Yes, thank you. Rushmano says, subscribe to the channel. Please do hit that sub up if you guys are new. 346 likes. Come on. You've gone and done it now, says the big guy. Hey, get in there, you bloody legends. Honestly, thank you so much. I'll actually put a link so you guys can see, because I don't think the merch thing's working there properly, is it? But I can just pin something and that'll give you a link, I'm pretty sure, to the merchandise. But we've already hit 350 likes, guys. You guys are absolutely amazing. What? We've been on here for an hour and 25 minutes. No way. Mate, what's going on? My brain is strange, guys. I feel like this is only about an hour. Man, time flies when you're having fun with the Baker Brigade. I'll tell you that much, guys. 1 hour, 26 minutes. You what? Mrs. P, you're looking absolutely delicious. What's going on? She's just woken up. What's going on, Mrs. P? You're in pain. She's in pain with her face, guys. She's got bad teeth at the moment. Thank you, Rushmana says, top show, Pig. Thank you so much, bud. Time flies, Gungshily, doesn't it? Yeah. Do you think Rashi and Martial can get back to the best under Ten Hag? I do, Adam, actually. Yeah, I don't see why not. I mean, he's going to give everyone a chance. Abdoulaye Touray says, good afternoon, Manchester United fans. In Sierra Leone, any news on Anthony? Not yet, mate. We'll probably go back in for him in a couple of weeks, I think. Shout out to Sierra Leone. Sunil Power says, lots of love from India as well. Shout out to India, my son. Thank you for getting in. Yeah, get in touch with me on Twitter. We'll have a chat. Yeah, Sing Games, absolutely. Put an exclamation mark Twitter in the live chat or even Insta, and that should come up with my Twitter link, or it's in the description down below in the description of the video. Steve, lad, get in there. G'day, mate, from down under. It's Steve with a 10 Aussie dollar super chat, bro. Mate, thank you so much there, Steve. I appreciate you. He says, drink on me, lad. Hope you're well. Oh, thank you very much there, Steve. I really appreciate it, dude. Get in there, man. I will have a cheeky little drink or two on you. I've actually got a little bit of a hangover today. I don't drink very often. I had about not that many beers, a few Coronas and a few Brew Dogs like yesterday. And I just got a little bit of a dehydration headache going on. So nothing too bad. Steve, thank you so much. You know how hot it is in this country right now, guys? What's going on? It's absolutely awful. It's so hot. I mean, it's really nice, actually. Don't get me wrong. It's really nice, but it's just too hot, isn't it? Smash the 69 if you think it's too hot right now. Ugh, it's so hot. Okay, I don't think the Twitter thing works, but it's in the description. It is in the description, guys, so please check that out. Thank you for subscribing there, eBuckzar. Really appreciate you hitting that subscribe button, my son. And also Ramon. Thank you, Ramon, for hitting that subscribe button as well. You're an absolute legend. Get in, Ramon. Right, my merch thing's not working right now, but it doesn't matter. Just there you go. Yeah, follow me on Twitter. There it is. There it is. Thank you so much. I'll pin that to the top. Thank you so much there. I appreciate that, Mr. Sin Games. He's put the link in there. I'll pin it to the top. Oh, no, sorry, that's wrong, actually. That is not the case. That's wrong. That's wrong. That doesn't work. That doesn't work. Okay, let's pin a different link. There is no link. Ignore that link. Sin Games, you've stitched me right up there, mate. Anyway, I'll get it. Hang on a sec. It's Flying Pig United, isn't it? Yeah. It's Flying Pig United, guys. Fucking hell. Here we go. Oh, the one in the description's wrong. Thank you, Sing Games. Shit, I need to sort that out. I really do. Right, there you go. You can follow me on Twitter there, guys. Give me a DM or whatever on there, man. Nice one. Sorry, Sing Games. I need to update that. Malasia could only get better, says Palpad. I'm with you, sir. Nice one, Rashmano. Yeah, dehydration headaches are gash, says Ricardo. We got 366 likes, everyone. You guys are amazing. Absolutely amazing. Twitter's down in a major outage, says the Tiny. Are you serious? What? No way. No, it's not. It's not my end anyway. It's working my end. Okay, Twitter's back now, says Rushy. Yeah, guys, we're going to wrap this video up, but it's been an amazing stream. Get in there, my son. Frenkie De Jong, full agreement. Just got to wait for the deal to be agreed now between the player and the club, as in personal terms. Oh, shit. Steve with another 10 Aussie dollar super chat, man. Thank you so much, mate. Come on. Mate, thank you so much, dude. Everyone, can we get some beer emojis in there for this Aussie legend getting in here raw from down under? He says, second round on me too, mate. Bottoms up. Man, thank you so much, dude. That's a couple of cheeky little tinnies at Castlemaine 4X, bro. Get in there, my son. Oh, thank you so much to Steve for another super chat. You're too generous, man. What a nice guy. Thank you very much. He's bought me 2 rounds, son. Love it. Thank you very much, honestly, Steve. That is so nice of you, man. What a legend. What a legend. Have a great day, Steve. Thank you for watching. I want to say thank you to everybody for watching. Things are progressing very nicely with Sandro Martinez. Also very, very nicely indeed for, Frenkie De Jong. Full agreement there. Just got to reach the agreement with the terms of the player. Steve, thank you so much, bud. Thank you, David Hernan, Pal Pud, Mohamed Musa. I think we need both Mohamed, to be honest, a backup striker and a right back, personally. Twitter was down to superstar. Okay, I see. Sin Games, thank you for getting in here, my son. What a legend. Adam, G-Wolf United Gaming as well. What a hero. Shout outs to G-Wolf, man. Great YouTuber. Does all sorts of different gaming streams. Top lad. Love you, G-Wolf. Thank you for that, buddy. He's put a link to my Twitter in there. Steve, Madhouse 0793. The longest transfer ever. I see what you did there. 0793, hope you're well, bud. Mark Nurse, Chris Koo, Rushy, thanks for all the updates as always, bud. Alec Brandon, Hoopman, sub to Flying Pig United. What's going on, you Don? Now 786, Rushy, Alec Brandon, Special One, United Tactical Talk, Tonk Nash, Ricardo, Madhouse, Adewale, Adelaji, Mikhail Kramer, thank you so much, Mikhail, for being a member of this channel for 25 months. Highlighted member comment, guys. Let's get a mad love heart in there and a hashtag 25 for one of my legendary moderators, Mr. Mikhail Kramer, one of the biggest, longest, legendary supporters of this show and committed legends on this channel that I've ever known. Thank you so much, Mikhail Kramer. You're absolute legend, sir. Love you, man. He says, top stream piggy as always. Thank you, Mikhail. You have a great day, my son. Let's end on some hashtag 25s, some hashtag green and gold, some hashtag glazers out for those toss pots, but also some hashtag ETH eras, because things are getting slightly exciting. We're hopefully signing players, hopefully see a new style of football under Ten Hag. Long may it continue. We need to see lots of signings, lots of transfers, bring them in, get them out on tour, plan for the season. De Jong, Eriksen, Martinez in through the door in the next few days or week. Get it done. And then we can work on some other positions as well. Thank you guys for tuning in. That's the end of the show. Hope you enjoyed it. Come back later on. We'll have updates for you as and when they come in. So please do keep a lookout on the channel. Click the bell icon so you get notified. Click the subscribe button if you're new to the channel, of course. Smash that subscribe before you go. Don't leave here without subscribing if you're new. And also drop a like on it. It's free. We're nearly at 400 likes. Can we do it? Either way, thank you all for watching. That's going to be it. You can follow us on all the social medias at Flying Pig United on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok and Twitch. Also check out the website unitedflyinghigh.com. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Nice one, T-Mill, Heath, Alex, Eddie Trooper, you legend, Ricardo, G-Wolf, Mickey, United Till I Die, Sub 2, Gunshi, you absolute hero, and everybody else as well. That's it. Have a great day. We'll be back with the United news later. Come on, United, let's be having you. Sort your bloody lives out. But things are looking a bit better, guys. Come on then, my friends. The Erik Ten Hag era is underway. Catch you soon, peeps. One love. Sue! Thank you everyone for watching. Have a great day.